So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 80 Subwoofer. So today, guys, we'll be previewing next week's Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. But the main focus of the channel, main focus of the stream, will be the Champions League. So like I said, guys, remember to hit that like button, guys, hit that subscribe button as well. And we're trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we have just reached 1.18K, guys. So I thank you guys for the support, guys. Really does mean a lot, guys. So please hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button as well. And yeah, man, like I said, guys, subscribe if you're new, man. Subscribe if you're new. So how many likes we're on? We're on 7 likes, guys. 7 likes. Let's go, man. Let's go. Don't worry, I'll bring you guys in. I just want to first start with this. So we're gonna start with the Milan Derby first. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the image up. So where is it? Let me try to find a good image for you guys. Right here. Let's go to the foot mob, actually. So foot mob right here. Let me go ahead and get my screen ready. I see you waiting in the background, Sebastian. I'll bring you in soon. Don't worry. And yeah, let me just get this thing up for you guys. So, where are we? Champions League. Let me get to the match. Right here. Oh, right here. It's right there. There we go. May 16th. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start at the 2-minute mark. So, Sebastian, man. So, do you think the comeback is going to happen?
That's a hard question right now. But let's see. I'm not going to get all cocky and all of that before the game because, I'm going to do it after the game if we do. But we have some injury crisis right now, which does not bother well, because we have. I'm gonna bring the list here. I have the list. So Messias is out. He's garbage anyways, so I don't give a crap about him.
Wow.
Krunic is injured. So Messias, Krunic. Now Zlatan, Leao, Benacer, and Florencio are injured, and then Malik Thiaw is suspended for the league game. So it's a bit of an injury crisis right now, or just players gone from general squad. But it's a game where the key is Leao is back for this second leg.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's feeling very well. He's not gonna travel tomorrow, so he will stay. Obviously in Milan to build up his fitness and all of this to get fit for the second leg. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a very good game. Obviously, also we need to go for it. What I'm worried also is that Inter, I'm pretty sure they're gonna score this game. So
yeah.
We have to win 3-1 or something. So unless we go on a blowout, then we're 5-4 or something like that.
You have to win by 2-goal margin, though. 1 goal is not gonna be enough.
Yeah, we have to go for it.
Yeah.
Especially that Leao is back. Him and Theo Hernandez, that's the best side, basically. When they link up, they usually do something magic, like they did with Spurs, Napoli.
Yeah.
So I think, obviously, coming into this game, losing against Inter, it's very frustrating, but Inter is a good team, Gotta look at the outside the biasness. So you have to look like Inter. They're a very good team. They have Jaco, Martinez, Barella, who actually said on the rumors to Liverpool and Man United, he said they have to buy me on FIFA. And yeah, obviously Inter, Onana, very good goalkeeper, Bastoni, very good centre back. But mostly, I have a bit confident now that Leao is back, but at the same time, it feels like everything could go wrong this game also, because Inter have a 2-0 lead. They can just sit back and chill
Oh
at
yeah,
the
that's true.
with 11 men. I know they ain't Trondheim. This ain't Trondheim or something, but they can do it. Inzaghi can do it, and that's what Pioli has to think with his bald head, and not think that he's Zidane or something. He has to think with his bald head and do what he needs to do to win this game and go to the final, which would be a miracle if that happens. Yeah, and yeah, I hope hopefully it will be a good game, but yeah, I think the midfield we're screwed because Benacer is gone. Krunic, I'm not sure if he will be back. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow, we got some interesting messages in the chat. So let's go ahead and look into this. Let's read some messages before we get to my preview. So it's not over till it's over. Yeah, I agree, man. Well, I mean, like I said, we expect Inter to advance, but a miracle can happen, guys. Miracle can happen. Zlatan gone is a huge blow for Milan. Shakira Hussein said, "Why is the audio so bad?" It should be good. I think it might. Are you talking about the beeping? Because that's not from me. That's from Sebastian. Okay, so that's not my end. Okay, so I think things are looking good there. But yeah, anyways. Master says, I'm thinking 1-1 or Inter Milan, 2-1 AC Milan, slightly leaning towards Inter win. And thank you, Balkan Warrior, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. You're now a YouTube member, guys. Remember, guys, you can always become a YouTube member. It's never too late, man. Never too late to do so. And speaking of which, I got to do some more members video. I haven't done that and done so in a long time. So please consider becoming a member, man. Really does mean a lot, man. Really does mean a lot. Do appreciate it, man. Do appreciate Balkan. The problem for me is that the last game Milan looked outclassed in midfield. Don't think Leao can change that. That's my issue with Milan is that the thing is, even with Leao, I just feel like Inter just tactically knows how to beat you guys. Like, I feel like they can, I feel like you guys just don't match up well with them. Defensively speaking, their midfield wise, like you guys got overran in the midfield. Like, obviously the defense made a lot of mistakes. There's no denying that. But if your midfielders get overran, there's only so much the defense can do, right? You can have the best defenders in the world, but if people like cut through your midfield so easily, the best defense can't do everything to fix, So I think that's where it was really lost. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, especially with the defense turning like the AIK fans this season, or the defenders this season. Exactly that this season, where I also have problem in defense. Now Milan has a problem in defense, so I don't know if there's something there with these two teams. But it's gonna be where I think if Malik Thiaw starts, that will be very good because when he came on with Inter, he actually was good.
Yeah.
He's a quality defender to have on the pitch. Obviously, Kier is not.
Yeah, Kier is not. You
he's
can't
not world class. He's not world class, but he's still a good defender. But after that injury he had in the World, was it in the World Cup or Euros? I don't know.
Let's check here if we can.
I think it was in the Euros.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. In the World Cup, it doesn't say here.
I'm pretty sure it was in the Euros.
Okay, let's see. Maybe the career stats. Maybe the World Cup. Let's see. Euros. It doesn't show the Euro stats here, unfortunately. Do you see it?
I'm pretty sure it was at the Euros.
Okay, let's see. World Cup. Oh no, it might have been the World Cup because he only played one game, or was he injured? Was he not selected?
He was in the squad, right?
Oh, let's say subbed off one. Yeah, I think he was probably injured. He was probably injured then. He was probably injured in that case then. So, but yeah, my thing is that for me, Tomori, man, what's happened to Tomori, man? I don't know what happened to Tomori. It's because like I said, he was one of the best Serie A defenders last season. Now all of a sudden he's becoming a meme, honestly. I still think he's good at player, but dude, that performance, man, he's been terrible this season, especially in the Champions League. And Sebastian, man, defend your man.
Tomori.
Like, what's happening, man?
Oh my goodness, Tomori.
Yeah. It's been disastrous, man. Disastrous. Okay, so for the purposes of this stream, I want to play devil's advocate. Okay. So this is not what I believe is going to happen, but I'm just playing devil's advocate just for discussion purposes. Okay. If Milan score a goal within the first 20 minutes, do you think the tie is back on?
No. I'm going to say if it's 2-0.
Okay, so if Milan could score 2 goals in the first 20 minutes, the tie is back on, right?
25.
25, okay. That's the thing, in my opinion. If Milan don't score in the first half, I think it's over. I think it's over, in my opinion. Because my issue with Milan isn't necessarily the fact can they score. It's more so, can they keep a clean sheet? That's actually, I would be more concerned about that if I was a Milan fan. It's like, we can score. Like, Leao can score the goal. We can win this 3-2. But as I said, it's not going to be enough to advance. I even put in the poll there, like, will Milan win, but don't advance? Because that also could very well happen. In fact, I think that very well could happen here in this game. Because we've kind of seen that Inter in the second leg. We saw against Benfica how, Benfica was able to get a result there, despite the fact it didn't really mean much then because it was a draw. They needed to win, of course. So I don't think it's a straightforward for Inter to win this game, And look at the weekend games list real quick. Let's look at the weekend game. So how in Milan? So Milan have Spezia. I mean, where's Spezia on the table? I mean, they should.
Benacer is out for the rest of the season.
Oh, that's a big blow. And Inter, who do they have in the weekend? Let's see. I'm just trying to see which teams will rotate. Inter, let's see. They have Sassuolo. Now, Sassuolo could be tricky, but Inter should be winning. And oh my God, Lecce is beating Lazio. I'm just seeing this right now. That is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Let's see if Lazio can turn it around. But yeah, I mean, anyways, getting back to this game. Oh man, I mean, it's a big blow, man. It's a big blow. So, Sebastian, man, do you still have hope for top 4 in the Serie A?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because
I think Lazio might drop off.
I mean, looking at the league table, let me see if we can get the table up. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very close, as you can see, 66, 64. There's a chance Lazio might not get top 4, actually. There is a chance, although I very much doubt it.
And Juve.
I think Juventus will be fine. I think they'll get top 4. I think they should. Actually, let me look at Juventus' remaining games. Because, guys, the Serie A is looking interesting. So, let's see. So, Juventus have Cremonese. They should beat that. They should beat Empoli. Okay, that Milan game at match day, that is a huge game. This game is huge. And Udinese. Okay, Juventus should honestly win all 3 of those games. Okay? I'm not talking about the Milan game.
Not Udinese.
Okay, maybe a draw. Could you see a draw?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
or Udinese win.
Okay, let's say Juve gets 7 points.
They can't lose their points again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is also true. I don't think they'll lose their points again, personally. But anyways, let's look at Lazio. And then we're not going to look at Atalanta Roma's fixtures. I just want to look at this for top 4 purposes. So Lazio, they're currently playing against Lecce. Now Lecce is currently beating them, which is something I didn't expect. Then Udinese, Cremonese, Empoli. I mean, barring the Udinese game, they should be able to win those games, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Then let's see Inter games. Inter, who do they have? Inter, let's see, who do they have? So they have Sassuolo. Then they got Napoli away. That could be very interesting. Then Atalanta, and then Torino. Actually, to be fair, Inter got some tough games. That is actually really tricky. That being said, though, Napoli have already pretty much they've already won the league, so they're not going to really play for anything now. Atalanta, they should be able to beat, you would imagine. The Torino could always be tricky in the final match. So they're always kind of a bogey team, right?
Beat Atalanta, say.
I mean, I think they should. They should, given the form they're in.
I think that should be a draw.
Yeah, I mean, possibly, man, possibly. But Napoli needs to be tough.
Atalanta, because Atalanta needs a win, because I don't know what their fixtures look like, but
yeah, let's look at Milan fixtures. Oh yeah, Milan. So they have Spezia, then there's Sampdoria, and then Hellas Verona, and then Juventus.
We have to win. So Spezia, I'm not sure we're gonna win, but
okay, Sampdoria, you guys should win. Sampdoria should win.
Yeah, so Spezia, they put a 64, winning against Sampdoria 67, and then Hellas 70 points, and then Juventus, we might win that but draw. So
no, I don't think you guys are beating Juventus away. Maybe I'll say probably a draw at this moment.
Yeah, draw is it. So 71 points. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting to see what happens. Because, like I said, guys, this top 4 battle is interesting. It's very interesting. We can have a conversation in that. But getting back to the Champions League, though, I for me, as I said, I just don't see Milan doing the comeback. I just don't see it happening. I think for them to do a comeback, they would have to be very, very good defensively, which I just don't see them doing defensively solid. I feel like Tomori has to have a masterclass. Guerrero has to be great, and Leao has to be present. I feel like there's so many variables.
Please. I like Calabria. He's a good player, but Calabria should start this game.
Yeah. So how would you set up? What would your Milan 11 be? Let's do a quick formation thing real quick.
4-2-3-1 with the cam or the right wing.
All right, like this. Okay, not this way. Where is it? Like this way, right?
Mm.
Okay. So obviously goalkeepers might be Mike Magnon. That's obvious. Why is it not here? Okay, here we go. Right back. Who do you want?
Kalulu.
Okay, center backs.
Malik Kiao and Tomori.
Okay, Tomori. And the left back will always be Theo. I don't even need to ask. CDM will be Tonali. And then you said Benacer is out, right, for the rest of the season. So who's going to fill in that CDM position?
I don't know about Krunic, but I'm sure it will be for the second leg. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Krunic will probably be playing.
It did not say it's like seriously injured. He will miss I don't know if he will miss tomorrow's game, but he will probably be. Yeah, put the injured Ibrahimovic. Nah. Yeah, Brahim Diaz.
Why is Brahim not on here? What the heck? Oh, here we go. They didn't even put his last name for some reason. Mm-hmm. Anyway, striker obviously Giroud. Left wing will be Leao, right? If he's available, he should be fit, right?
Yeah, he is available for that. Yeah.
Okay, right mid.
Comfort. Salamakers.
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna say something. That I don't know if it's true or not, but I think.
Guess what his name?
I think Origi is a better left-sided player. I don't think he's a striker. You see in the first leg when he came on, he played on the left, and he was pretty good that game. So I don't know if
Pioli... What's Almeka's first name? Sorry to interrupt.
It's
Oh, Alexis. I was about to put Alexis. Okay, here we go. It should be here.
So if obviously that would be Pioli's lineup, but I would, he would start Calabria, but if I would put my lineup, I would put exactly that, but I would put Leao up front and then Origi because of his pace and Leao's pace versus the defenders. He could be really effective.
Yeah.
And Origi, he's better on the left wing or left mid because he has that pace. Plus, he doesn't really when he's a striker, he doesn't really have anyone up front to pass the ball. And when he plays if we play the left wing, he will have either Tonali, Brahim Diaz, or Leao.
Yeah. All right, let's read some comments, guys. Let's read some comments. Inter just showed that they're way better than AC Milan. Yeah. Shakir Hassan says, Low Mayor says, 101 says, hello. Sebastian, when do you start supporting Milan?
I don't know, but my father had a Milan kit from 2000 something, 2003, 4, 5, something like that. And the first Milan game, the first Milan game I watched, it was like 20. What I remember is 2012 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I remember watching a Milan game versus someone. I don't know. It was a random team from. They're now in the second division, I believe.
Yeah.
Bari, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Hi guys, big up man. Big up to you, Almighty Sports. I haven't seen you in a long time. Almighty Sports Plus. Tomorrow was actually always one with a couple mistakes for 90. LC is good. Tomorrow trying to prove Southgate right.
He's still better than any Argentinian centre back. So.
Okay, let's move on. World of Football says big up to 80. Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you, World of Football.
Hello, Jersey boy. Hello.
Liao is playing, being confirmed by Pioli. Okay. Benacer is a big miss in midfield again. One goal for AC can give something for Inter. I've seen everyone saying AC Milan will beat Inter, but the 7 Champions League won't walk up on the field. Inter is playing and everything from tactics to individual player subs and experience. Yeah, like I said, man.
Experience. Inter does not have better experience. Inter has in the Champions League. No, Milan has.
I would say when you say it, though, Inter has more experienced players though, like because this Milan team is pretty young.
Yeah,
I think
they have how many players over 30? Like, I think they have. I saw like they have 15 players or so.
Yeah.
Over 30.
Yeah. Why do the goals have to be in early again? 2-0 stoppage time would still be enough. Yeah, I get your point, Rank. I understand that is true. Like, it doesn't really. I just feel as though that it's just like the thing is, I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Sebastian? Do you think the goals have to be early?
No, I think score one in the first 30 minutes and then wait. And like defend and then go for it.
Yeah, because like I said, Milan. Yeah, because I think Milan will play a lot more possession this game. I think Inter will actually be more defensive in this game. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Plus, if Inter do score, which I don't know if they want to do it now because they have a 2-0 lead. So if they might concede 2. They might keep defending and take it to extra time. Because I think extra time they have gonna have more chances. Because it's gonna be tired players. And it's gonna be, back and forth in the pit.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man,
don't take this to penalties. Please don't.
Oh my god! If it, one of my friends actually predicts the second leg will go to penalties. Yeah, even after the first leg. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, man. We'll see if that comes to fruition because I want a penalties. I personally want, obviously, as a neutral, but
yeah, I don't think I want penalties, but that would be cool if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah, like as a neutral, you definitely want it, but as a fan, you don't want it at all. That's just how people are, man. So, yeah. My Sports Plus, the game is still already on. Thanks to Magnon. Even a goal around halftime will get Inter. Thank you. Remember against Benfica? Yeah. Like I said, Magnon is he's a very good goalkeeper. So he's definitely, like I said, Inter will definitely be. I imagine Inter will definitely be more counter attacking this game, and Milan will have more possession. It's just, can Milan be clinical? Because, like I said, man, I just feel like for me, like Leao has to have a good game. Like if Leao doesn't perform really well, I just don't see. In my opinion, I just don't see Milan advancing. I think he has to have a good game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Plus, Magna is a much better goalkeeper than Benfica's goalkeeper. So he would probably save a lot.
Yeah. So, however, Inter are firm favorites based on the recent head-to-head and interest form and comments to UCL. Yeah, Inter has got the better head-to-head, as we have seen. Rank Talks Well said, Juve could lose their points again, by the way. Yeah, that is true. We just discussed about that. We discussed about that time. One for AC could give something Inter to think about. One goal for AC. Okay, you already said that. AC Milan rely on Leal only. Come on, how can you play Champions League relying on a single player? And do you think Inter don't know that? They will be prepared to prefer Leal. Of course. Inter will definitely, I'm sure they'll have their man marking on him. Like I said, Bastoni, Acerbi, Darmian, they'll do a good job, I'd imagine. My Sports Plus says Juve's final verdict is pending, but no one in Italian football will probably come after the season. I mean, Juve will escape. My Sports says, anyways, guys, good night. Almost 2 a.m. here. Yeah, good night to you, man. I know it's really late. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, though. I do appreciate it. The Master says, to give themselves a chance, AC Milan need to get a better work ethic than in the first leg. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. A Bulgarian mapping says, hi. Dab, yeah, says, shalom. Oh, geez. I just realized I clicked his profile picture. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Sorry, man. That profile picture. I should have not clicked that. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I have to do this. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. Not user on timeout. Wait, what am I going to do? Yes, that's what I need to do. Dang it. Why did I click that? I'm an idiot. Okay, anyways, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. I'm going to delete it later. Okay. Can you do interest possible lineup of the second leg? Yeah, let's do the lineup for the second leg. Let's do the lineup. So Inter, I think, unfortunately, I don't think Beely's going to join us. Let me see if Beely's available. Maybe he might be able to join. I'll see if he's available. I'll send him on, I guess. Okay, let's see if Beely's available. No, I don't think he is. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and just do the we'll just go ahead and do the thing. So let's do this. Okay, goalkeeper, Onana. Center backs. I think they're gonna play the three at the back, right? So 3-5-2. So it's Acerbi, Darmian, Bastoni, CDM. They're going to have Chalanahu, I think. And then the other CDM will be Mkhitaryan. Then Cam will be Burrell, obviously. And then we're going to do Lautaro and Dzeko. And the right mid will be Dumfries. And then probably DeMarco. Basically, I did the same 11 as the first leg. The only difference I could possibly see is maybe Lukaku will start the second leg. Although I don't think Inzaghi will do that. He's not really known to do that. So, yeah. Like I said, there's that. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think of this 11? Do you think this is expected 11, would you say?
Yeah, I agree. It's a good lineup.
Yeah,
the snake is playing Shalanoglu.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets absolutely battered in the midfield. Hopefully someone kicks him in the legs. Hopefully someone kicks that guy. If I was on the pitch, I would kick every single Inter player, and I don't care if I get a yellow. I would do it easily. Kick everyone. Okay, not kick Barella. I probably would ask for his number and then shirt, so he can sign it and say, so he can sign, I'm coming to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Oh, I skipped this comment. Sorry, Lil Mayor. I don't know why I skipped this comment. Doesn't matter. Real Madrid win the UCL. Okay, we'll get to the Real Madrid game in a bit. I've been saying about Magnon and Onan versus penalties on a while for now. Yep, that is true. That would be amazing to have. Does any of Magnon or Onana have a reputation for semi penalties? I know Magnon has saved penalties. I'm not sure about Onana. I have no idea about him. So you'll have to. I haven't seen anything that suggests we could see Lukaku, Brozovic because Inter has to defend. That is true. We could see maybe Brozovic start and place him at Mkhitaryan because they'll probably be more defensive. You would imagine in the second leg, and Chagosa and maybe rely on the counterattacks. So, possibly, man, possibly. We could very well see that. So let's see what else is going on. Man, I still can't believe I clicked that profile picture. I should know. And it was
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was something inappropriate.
I think it was a pyramid.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks weird to me. Maybe I have to zoom in further. I don't know. We'll look after the stream, I guess. We'll look after the stream.
Yeah, Balkan, we're coming to Sweden and I beat you.
Oh, I'm to Sweden right now. Yeah, actually, Balkan, as your Inter fan, is this 11 you would expect to see? What changes would you make as your Inter fan? All right, anyways, we're about to move on to the next game. I think we spent enough time. We spent nearly half an hour in this game, and we're still going to discuss about the European competitions. Man. But yeah, I mean, if you have any changes to make, let me know. And otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have any Real Madrid fans or Man City fans come on.
Yeah, like Man City don't have a lot of, fans on YouTube.
There are some. It's just that I don't think any of them are going to join.
Yeah, I only know a few, like Patrick, then Dominic, and all of those City fans.
Yeah.
64 fans.
Yeah. All right. If Inter gets to the final, do you see them winning?
No, because they will play Real Madrid and they will get destroyed.
I'll say this: I agree with Sebastian. If they play Real Madrid, I'd not necessarily say they'll get destroyed, but they'll lose the final. Now, if they play Manchester City,
we get to head out. So I guess I see you.
See you later, man. See you later.
Wednesday, I believe. Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday we'll do the review of the games.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, personally, for me, if they play Manchester City, they could honestly win against Manchester City. I wouldn't put it against them. So, but yeah, I mean, if they play Real Madrid, they can forget winning. They can forget winning the final because Real Madrid just don't lose finals. Real Madrid just don't lose Champions League finals, guys. They just don't lose. Balkan Warrior says 50-50 between Hakan and Brozovic. Yeah. So actually, you know what? I think it's actually you actually make a better point actually. So I will say that I think Brozovic will probably be back. Brozovic is probably it's going to be between Brozovic and Çalhanoğlu basically for that CDM position. Actually, not Mkhitaryan. I think Mkhitaryan will definitely start. Shakir SN says, because I'm surprised by their form. They have great individuals, very well disciplined. Yeah, this Inter team, they've been so good in the cups, man. They haven't been great in the league. Before this insane form, they've been struggling. They were mid-table. They were losing to teams that they shouldn't be. They were losing to Monza. They were losing to Empoli. It was so bad for Inter in the Serie A. But now they picked up form, and I think that win over Hellas Verona, that win over Empoli has changed their season. Then Lazio beating Lazio, because remember, Lazio was in second place and they had to do a comeback in the game. Then beating Hellas Verona. Then obviously they beat Roma as well. That was also huge. And yeah, Inter were just in terrible form, man. A terrible form in the league, tying to Salernitana, losing to Monza. This was terrible, man. They were in so bad form, losing to Fiorentina, losing to Juventus, losing to Spezia, Bologna. They were just in terrible form, man. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, man. So, yeah. The rank talks about the finals one of the game. Anything can happen. I understand rank. I understand. It's just that I really, really don't give them. It's very difficult to beat Real Madrid in a Champions League final. Can we all agree that Inter have a better chance to beat Man City in a final than Real Madrid? So, yeah. FB7 Game says, what's good, 8744? Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for joining FB7. Leo fit for the second leg. He should, according to Pioli, he should be available. after the second leg. And Balkan Warrior says Inzaghi is the new Ancelotti. The new Ancelotti, indeed. The new Ancelotti, indeed. So, anyways, let's go ahead and see what you guys see in the poll. So I put a poll out there, guys. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next game. Sebastian's already left, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next game. But before we do so, let me go look at the poll. So this is the standings, guys. So 62% of you guys believe Inter is gonna win this game. 12% believe Milan's gonna win. 6% said draw, and I put another option: Milan win, but they don't advance. So 19% believe. So most of you guys believe Inter is gonna win this game. Like I said, I'm not going to give my predictions yet. You guys are going to have to stay tuned on Monday to see what happens. But I've already said this before. I don't think the comeback is happening. So I guess I kind of already spoiled the prediction. But yeah, we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next game, guys. The next game we have here, it is the Champions League. And it is Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Okay. For this game, guys, this is a big one. Huge one, guys. Huge one. So I want to say this right now, guys, with Manchester City. Actually, let me end that poll real quick. Let me end that poll. So, guys, what's your feeling, guys, for this one? Because for me, guys, I think Real Madrid have to go all. This is a huge game. It's the absolutely pivotal game for both teams here, guys. And for Manchester City, man, can they get the job done? Because we saw in the first how good Manchester City were keeping in possession, how well they were able to control the game and everything. But despite the fact they were able to control the game at their own tempo, they were not able to create high quality chances. And that's the problem for me for this Manchester City team is that they're just not capable. They need to be that clinical team, because we've seen it, guys, in the first leg. They missed so many chances, and Courtois made some good saves, and I just think for Real Madrid, man, Vinicius is a player to look out for. So yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, if you have any Manchester City or Real Madrid fans, let me know. I'll send you guys a link on Twitter. And I'll send you guys a link. Okay. Yeah, let me read some more. Let me read some more things before you. Actually, yeah. Let's go read some more comments. Tough to see Inter giving up with a 2-goal gap, even if they lose. Sabir says, says, Inzaghi's done well managing second legs this year. Yep. Shakir Hassan says, are you supportive of any of these last four teams? I do not support any of these four teams. I support Barcelona, and obviously, we have not made it this far. So yeah, I'm a Barcelona fan. But I just love football so much that I like to cover as much European football as I possibly can. And of course, I do some MLS coverage here. I watch Charlotte FC. And yeah, so I just love football, man. I love football more than anything else. I'm a bigger football fan than Barca fan. So I just think that, like I said, guys, for Real Madrid, I just think that's gonna be interesting to see how because for me, I just don't see how Real Madrid can add. I just don't see how Real Madrid's attacks. I just feel like for me, Benzema and Rodrigo have to step up because we know Vinicius will step up. We know what Vinicius is capable of doing. Benzema for me was not great in the first leg. He wasn't great. He needs to step up in this game, absolutely, because the way, because like I said, he was the captain of the team, and like I said, he just wasn't particularly great. Now, last season though, he did score 2 goals here at the obviously at the Etihad Stadium, 1 spectacular goal, the 1 penalty. And let's see if he can continue his form because, like I said, guys, Benzema this season has not been as prolific as previous seasons, especially as last season. And Rodrigo, for me, I don't know for you guys, I believe Rodrigo is better as a super sub. I believe he's better as a super sub than as a starter. And we've seen at times that I feel like he just brings us so much more productivity coming off the bench rather than starting. Now, don't get me wrong, there have been games where he's done well as a start, like looking against Chelsea in the second leg. He did great there, obviously. In the Copa del Rey final, he was amazing as a starter. I just feel as though it's that I feel like he's better as a super sub. And Madrid fans, I want you guys to I really want to hear from you guys. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Barca fan or anything. I'm just trying to be objectively speaking. Objectively speaking, I just feel like he's better as a super sub. And I just think that for Real Madrid, they have to, it's gonna be a very difficult task because like I said, what they did in the first leg was phenomenal. They dominated the second leg, and they probably should have scored a second goal. Yeah, I mean, like for me, like the thing is with Real Madrid is like, can they be clinical, right? Because the thing is that the Etihad is going to be very interesting because Manchester City have not lost the Etihad for a long time. I think the last time they lost the Etihad was in 2018. It's been a long time since they lost the Etihad, guys. And I just think that for Manchester City in particular, it's going to be very interesting to see how they match up here in the tactical battle, you know? So let's go look at the first leg, guys. Let's look at the first leg, how it panned out here. So as you guys can see, this is on the first leg. Like you can see right here, guys, with Real Madrid is that, now remember, guys, Militao will be back for suspension. So Carlo Ancelotti has a big decision he has a big dilemma with his decisions. Should I start Rudiger? Because we all saw how good Alaba Rudiger did at Holland. They did a fantastic job of marking Holland. Holland wasn't really involved in the game whatsoever. So I just think that for me, it's going to be interesting what Ancelotti's going to do. That do I start Militao in this game? Maybe start Militao at the right back position because I didn't think Carvajal was that great, and obviously start Camavinga. So for Real Madrid, I would say that maybe start Militao at right back. That's probably the only change I would maybe possibly make, and keep everything else the same, I suppose. And for Manchester City, man, I'm really keen. I'm really keen to see if Mars will start because I think Mars should honestly start the second leg because I didn't think Bernardo Silva was that great. Now he might have been done better as a defensive utility player, but as far as attacking output, wasn't really that effective whatsoever. And obviously maybe outside Julian Alvarez. Maybe will Pep actually start both of them together? Maybe that is something that he could do, although I very much doubt it. So yeah, what are you guys saying in the chat, man? What are you guys saying in the chat here? Let's read. Mass Channel says Man City 2, Real Madrid 1. All right. Okay. Rank Well says, as a Liverpool fan, I can't bet against Courtois, but I wish Man City luck. Fair enough. Shakir says, for me, Man City is just an upgraded version of England and Euros. They always create hype. It's coming home, etc. And at the end, they face reality. Actually, guys, I don't fully agree with this, but I kind of see what you mean with this. Like, it is somewhat true that Manchester City are known for like always underperforming when we know the team is like very well stacked in terms of talent. So we all know that. So that's actually a really interesting point, Shakir. That's actually a very, very interesting point you make because Manchester City they always crumble in the European competitions. So, like I said, I don't fully agree with that, but I agree with part of the statement you say. Mass Jones says, ranked talks about perhaps the best. Derek Fuller says, Benzema recipe this weekend. So, yeah, who's Real Madrid playing up against this weekend? Let's just check. I know Man City's playing Everton. They're playing Getafe. I mean, like I said, Getafe is a team they should be beating anyway. But, but yeah, like I said, guys, Benzema should be rested. Benzema, will be rested. And I just think it's going to be very interesting to see what Ancelotti does with the defense because that's where I'm really keen to see. Will Militao start this game or not? Carlo going to have a tough call on whether he keeps Rudiger against Holland or reinstates Militao. I mean, what do you think personally? Personally, if I was Ancelotti, I would keep Rudiger. I thought Rudiger was fantastic. If you're going to drop one of Rudiger or Alaba, I would personally drop Alaba. If you're going to drop one of the two. Now, do I think he should be either the two should be dropped? No. I think Militao shouldn't maybe have him play at the right back position, But like I said, man, Carvalho always turns up in these European competitions. We've seen it time and time again that the guy is not really that great in domestic games, but he always comes up. He was the one that, people forget about this, guys. He was the one that provided that cross for the Rodrigo goal, the second Rodrigo goal against Manchester City last season. Rank Tells Well said the best Courtois, Mass Channel. Oh, man, you're a Barca fan. So you were able to see how Inter Milan played early in the Champions League. What were your thoughts at the time? At that time, I didn't think Inter was that great. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think Inter was that great. But I have to give them full props because the first game at the San Siro, they fully deserved to beat us. The second leg, Lautaro Martinez showed up. Lautaro Martinez and Barella showed up. I was very, very disappointed. I was very frustrated at the time. But at the same time, I got over it. And I do feel like Inter did deserve to advance over us. They played honestly better than us, and yeah, we were just not good. We were just not good against them. Inter just tactically outclassed us, both home and away from home. If we're being honest, Rodrigo says, Tapua says, I think Rodrigo has to start because the production from the right wing is needed to balance the attack, allows Vinicius not to be double teamed. That is also, I guess, also true that, may not offer you so much attacking wise, but it can offer you that chemistry and offer you that, make it more difficult for the other team to balance. Precisely. So you do make a good point, Tapio. I just feel like for me, Rodrigo is just not really like that kind of goal scorer. That's the kind of the thing I see. So, yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I can understand. It's not really, interesting. It's not really anything, ludicrous to say. Master I ranked TM. Yeah. If Pep is smart, he used Mahrez and Alvarez to change the dynamic of their attack in the second half, gives our defense something different to deal with. That's why I was surprised that he didn't make those changes the second leg. I mean, the first leg, the second half. Because for me, I was surprised that Mahrez didn't come on Alvarez. Because I feel like for me, those two could have added so much more pace in behind the Man City attack. And I think they could have given them so much more issues for Madrid to deal with. And everything. Getafe gonna give us hands on the weekend. Bordalos is back. Oh yeah, that's true. That guy. we know who he likes to park the bus. We know he likes to park the bus and go for a 0-0 draw. Move Alaba to left back and all-star Militao. That's also another good point, Matt. I didn't even think about this, but I feel like you have to have Camavinga. I feel like you have to have Camavinga. That guy is a talented player. He's a fantastic player. So maybe what you could do is maybe start Modric, Cruz, and Camavinga, and then put Alaba at the left back, and then put Militao at center back. So Madrid fans, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? Derek Lafleur says PK sold the game for Barca. Yeah, PK, he was terrible, man. He was terrible. I don't want to speak about that. The Aura defending, man. That was really, really bad there. Only want a Cruz or Modric start. Yeah, I think if I'm Ancelotti, because for me, guys, I didn't think Modric was that great. I didn't think he was that great the first leg. I thought Cruz was fantastic. I thought Cruz was amazing in the midfield. I thought he was great. So I honestly think, I want to hear what you guys think. Who should start? Cruz or Modric for the second leg? And what would you be? Let's do the 11 now, guys. Let's do the 11. So let's go and refresh the screen. And we'll also do the City 11 as well. So let's go do this. So goalkeeper. Obviously, goalkeeper is going to be Courtois. This is very obvious. I don't even need to explain. Real Madrid, Thibaut Courtois, obviously. And Madrid will obviously play the 4-2-3. That's obvious. Striker will obviously be Benzema. That's obvious. I don't even need to ask you guys. Left wing will be Vinicius. That's obvious. Let's see who else. So Madrid fans, what 11 do you guys want to see? What 11 do you guys want to see? Okay. Let's see. What 11 you guys want to see? Okay. Alaba, Militao. Okay. You're going to drop Rudiger, actually. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll put let's put Militao. I think Militao is right-footed, right, guys? I think Militao is right-footed. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he is. Alaba left back. I'm sorry, center back. Camavinga at the left back. Yeah, Camavinga needs to start. Camavinga right back. Obviously, Carvajal, CDM will be. Oh, okay. So Derek Lafleur says Camavinga, Cruz, Valverde. Yeah. Let's do the expected 11, guys. Or should we do the 11 you guys want? I think we should do the expected 11. Let's just do expected. So Valverde, Modric, and then obviously right winger will be Rodrigo. Yeah, that's obvious. The front three is very obvious. It's gonna. Okay, there we go. So let me read some of your comments, guys. If City loses, it would it be a complete failure for Pep Guardiola? Yeah, I mean, if City don't win the Champions League this season, it's a failure. I'm sorry. Like, there is no excuses. This is the most like this City team is really balanced. Like, their attack is great. They're defensively solid. They're in a course for a treble. They have to win this, man. They have to win this. I'm sorry. If Manchester United do not do this, we have to ask serious questions with Pep. So yeah, I agree, man. It's a failure, man. It's a failure. Now, is it a complete failure? I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I will say it's a failure. I will say. Tapia, Derek, love floor. Unfortunately, Carlo is very loyal to old guard. He's gonna start both. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't see Carlo Ancelotti dropping. He's not gonna drop both. He's gonna drop. He's not gonna. Yeah. Rank tells both. I would start either Cruz or Militao. Okay, I can understand Militao. But why not Tony Cruz? I thought Tony Cruz was good, man. I thought Tony Cruz was great in the first leg. Maybe you guys, Tapio and Derek, maybe you guys can have something to say. But I thought he was great. I thought he was good in the first leg. But yeah, fair enough, man. I guess maybe his age and pace, that kind of thing. But yeah. Let's see. Greg Master says Greg would love coming as a false left back. Of course, man. Of course, Greg, man. Of course, Greg. Why wouldn't he? WM says Camavinga left back, Danny Carvalho right back, Alba Militao. Okay. Cruz, Valverde, Modric. Okay. That's a decent midfield, I suppose. Okay. Carlo will sub Rudiger in at halftime for Alaba. Camavinga, Cruz, Valverde, midfield. Okay. I want Chemi to start, but Carlo gonna play Cruz DM again. Yeah, probably. Rodrigo Benz, Vinny. I think he was referring to starting him as a DM rather than starting him in general. Yeah, and for me personally, if Cruz starts as a CM, that's a bad idea. So if you're gonna play Cruz, you either play him as a DM or you don't play him at all. I don't think you should play him as a center mid. I personally don't think you should, especially against Manchester City, because we know how pressing they are. We know how energetic those players are. Like, he's going to be a liability if you start as a midfielder. Now, if you start as a CDM, then he's not going to be as much of a liability. So I would say it's either, like I said, Tchouaméni is just out of favor with Ancelotti. Ancelotti just doesn't really trust Tchouaméni. The rank comment that is. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's going to be very interesting. Now let's go to the City 11. Let's go to the City 11. And then we're going to go ahead and look at what you guys are saying in the poll. And then we're going to go ahead and quickly go to the other competitions real quick and give predictions to say. Okay, so let's see. Ederson will obviously start a goal. Ederson was fantastic. I thought Ederson was great the first leg, making those saves right at the end, saving that Tchouaméni shot. I think he saved a Benzema shot as well. He was great in the second half of the first leg. Fantastic. Right back will obviously be, actually, they're going to be playing with like the 3-4-2-1. Yeah, they're going to be playing this kind of, wait, what's the formation, man? What's the formation here? 3-2-4-1, sorry. Not 3-2. Yeah, 3-2-4-1. It's not even on here, guys. That's not even on here. What the heck? Why is it not on here? That is very strange. I'm not sure why. 3-4-3. I guess we could try. I'm so confused, guys. Like, what do we? Okay, let's see if there's like a variation. Maybe we could do like, I don't know, man. I mean, let's just do the 3-4. Let's just do the 3-4. No, let's do the 3-4-2-1. Let's just do that, I guess. Okay, obviously Walker will be the right center back. That's obvious. Walker, Diaz. Ruben Diaz, and then obviously Stones will obviously start, and that defensive line. Center mids will obviously be Gundogan. And then obviously, oh yeah, Stones doesn't play as a center back. I forgot he plays as a DM. So they have, who's the other center back? They have Akanji. I forgot about Akanji. Yeah, Akanji. So Stones will play as a DM. There we go. That's so weird. Anyways, right mid. I do. What do you guys think? Will he start Bernardo Silva or Riyad Mahrez? I think he's going to start Bernardo Silva. I think he prefers Mahrez as a bench player. So yeah. The left mid, I believe it is going to be it's going to be, who was the left mid? It was Grealish. Yeah, Grealish will start at the left mid, I think. That makes sense. And obviously strike will be Erling Haaland, obviously. KDB will start. Kevin De Bruyne. And then the other guy we have here is let's see. Gundogan already put Stones. Oh, I forgot about Rodri. I was like wondering, where did I put? I forgot about Rodri this whole time. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's put man, this formation is not the one that City used. 3-5-2. Why? I suppose let's just do it. Okay, fine. Let's do it 3-5-2, I guess. And then we could put we'll put Rodri here, and then we'll put Gundogan as like a false winger, I guess. This is not how City do in real life, but unfortunately that formation is not even on here. It's a 3-2-4-1. That's not even on there, guys. That's not even on there. But yeah. I mean, like I said, guys, this formation. So obviously actually I need to put Grealish in the lot, but whatever. I don't really feel like changing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. Let me read some of your comments. If City makes this end-to-end ball, chaos ball, they will lose. Yeah, actually, that's actually a fair, valid point. I think if it's a very close game, City will lose. I think for me, City have to have the perfect game. They have to control the game, and they have to just nullify any space Real Madrid have. Because the thing is, if it's an end-to-end game, Real Madrid will be able to advance. They're just going to find a way to advance. I think for Manchester City, they just need the perfect game. So I actually agree with this. I think Direct LaFleur. I see Real Madrid win the Etihad. Oh, okay. 2-1. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Pep probably going to play the same 11 and just bring Ake in, I imagine, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, that is also a good point. We could perhaps see Ake play instead of Akanji, potentially. Because I think I think Diaz and Walker will definitely start. I'm really sure they're going to start. It's just a matter of will Ake start this game or not, because he is coming from injury. So, according to my Man City fan, though, he told me he will be available. He will be available, according to Patrick. So, I will take his word, man. I'll take his word. Ederson had his game of the season. Shakira-san says, or even 3-1. Click 3-5-2. Okay, like 3-5, 3-4. Many goals. The City plays chaos ball. Yeah, man. That's actually a very valid point. So let's go ahead and see what you guys saying in the poll here, guys. I just realized I shouldn't have taken the draw. I shouldn't have put the draw option there. Yeah. So let's read some what you guys say in the chat. Okay, so what do you guys say in the chat? So 40% believe Manchester City is going to win. 60% of you guys believe Real Madrid's going to win. I'm surprised with these odds, man. I thought it would be interesting. So most of you guys believe Real Madrid is going to win. Fair enough, man. Of course, they're the Champions League royalty. They are the team with the most Champions Leagues. Kevin Gonzalez says Manchester needs to score early. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like I feel like if Manchester wait until like the very end, Real Madrid will hurt them. Like Manchester City needs to score early. They need to score. They need to be clinical with their chances. That's the key thing for Manchester City. Is like, do they waste their chances? Because we all know Real Madrid is going to be efficient. Real Madrid is not going to waste a lot of chances. Real Madrid will be efficient in front of goal. They're going to score. Like put it this way, guys. If they have 4 shots on target, they're going to score 1 or 2 goals. If you put 6 shots for Man City, they probably score 1, possibly 2. But yeah, Manchester. I don't think it's necessarily whether they can score early or not. I think the bigger thing is, can they be clinical? I think that's the thing for Manchester City. Is that it's not necessarily them scoring early. I just think it's more so the fact that can they be clinical with their chances? Don't waste the chances that they did in the first last seasons at the Etihad Stadium, because we all saw Manchester City should have been like 3. Like it should have not been 4-3. It should have been like 3 or 4. Like it should have been like a 6-3, guys. It should have been like at least like 2 goal deficit. It shouldn't have been a 1 goal deficit. So that's the thing, man. Yeah, Man City don't need to score early. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but now scoring the first goal is dangerous. Like I said, I think Manchester City just needs to be clinical. I think that's the bigger onus. I think they have to be clinical in this game because, like guys, the longer it stays 0-0, the more you fancy Real Madrid. The more I could see Real Madrid getting a result. But like I said, guys, this is a winner take all situation. Like this will go to if it ends in a draw, we go to extra time. If that ends in a draw, we go to penalties. We have literally 90 minutes to decide which team is advanced to the final. So, yeah, Man City didn't have Haaland last season, so it'll be easier to be clinical. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Manchester City, man. There is a lot to look forward to. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to the Europa League, guys. We're going to go ahead and go to the Europa League. We're going to do a small preview, probably around 30 minutes at most. I don't plan to look at the Europa League for that long, but we're going to go ahead and just do it anyway. Just preview it. Very, very briefly, though, of course, not very, very long. And wow, Lazio scored a last-minute goal. So I don't know if it's last minute, but they did score there. So, Mel says, Jason Jones, he said, this year Real Madrid improved, and they are not going to suffer to Man City like previous season. Like I said, Real Madrid have improved. I think Real Madrid have improved as a collective. Like, they have been playing better as a team. Like, you have to be honest here. But I feel like Manchester City have also improved as well. Like, I feel like defensively, Manchester City have been amazing. Like, defensively, Manchester City have not been conceding as many chances as they have in the previous seasons. Like, they have been great defensively this season. So that's why I think it's really interesting to see, like, Manchester City have so much pressure. Like, they have to get revenge. Like, revenge is, I'm sure, on their minds. I know people are going to tell me Pep said revenge doesn't matter. Guys, Pep is very wise with his words. He's not going to say that like that, okay? I'm sure the players are thinking that. But he's not going to publicly admit that, oh, we're thinking about revenge. He probably thinks about it, but he's probably not going to say it out loud like that, So, yeah, man. Poi says, hi. Thank you for joining, Poi. Thank you for joining. So, we're going to go ahead and look into the Europa League Conference League for next 20 to 30 minutes or so. I'm not spending too much time. We started this at 4 o'clock. Normally, we would start at 5 o'clock, but I wanted to do things a little differently. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this, man. We're going to go ahead and do this. So, like I said, man, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here. Remember, guys, like to stream if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new on here, guys. And yeah, man, like so, guys, I'm going to be ending that poll, guys. So most of you guys have Real Madrid to win. Real Madrid to win. Like I said, guys, that second leg is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Okay, now let's go to the Europa League, guys. Let's go to the Europa League now. So what minute are we on? We're an hour and 2 minutes. So a lot of you guys have already somewhat left. So we're going to go ahead and go through this pretty quickly. So let's go to the first game which you have here, guys. We got Leverkusen versus Roma, guys. What are you guys saying for this game? For me personally, if I'm being honest with you guys, I feel like I said this yesterday in my review, guys, that Roma, for me, they're not a very good team. Like, let's be real, guys. This Roma team isn't that great. But, guys, the thing with this Roma team is Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho, that guy is a fantastic manager. He's getting the best out of this team, And let's put it this way, guys. Roma is putting everything it takes for the Europa League because I think they know that the league is done. I think they know that top 4 is just not going to happen. So right now, Roma has everything. They're putting everything for this Europa League basket, and we know Mourinho is a knockout stage coach. We know he loves knockout stage competitions, And so for Roma, man, can they be clinical in this game? Because we saw Leverkusen, man, how wasteful they were in the final third. Like I'm looking like chances from Florian Wirtz. I'm looking at chances from Frimpong. And my issue with Leverkusen is that they play very good. Leverkusen played really well the first leg, guys. Like, let's not. I know they lost, but I would honestly say they put up a great performance. It's just that they weren't clinical enough. That's the thing. And Roma, on the other hand, they were clinical. And so for Leverkusen, man, I think the thing is, can they score? Can they be clinical with their chances? Because we know Roma will find a way to get through. So it's going to be very interesting, guys, to see what happens. I personally think it's going to be very fascinating. And like I said, guys, Roma is just looking for a draw. They're going to come into the second leg, be very defensive, I would imagine, and try to hit Leverkusen on counterattack. And obviously, Leverkusen will have most of the possession, you would imagine. And it's going to be up for Leverkusen to see how they do. It's going to be very similar to the Roma-Real Sociedad game, if you guys remember. Do you guys remember that Roma versus Real Sociedad game where basically Roma had like 28% possession, no shots at all. Real Sociedad like 10 shots, I think, and they just couldn't score. Like I have a feeling it could be very similar in that Roma could have they will just be very defensive in this game, and Leverkusen will just try to see if they can be clinical with their chances. So I think it's going to be very interesting, guys. We have ourselves a very interesting matchup, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there, guys. So like I said, I'm not going to give you guys my predictions until Monday, so you guys have to stay tuned for Monday for me to give you guys my prediction. But we should have a great matchup because Leverkusen, man, They've improved, man. Defensively, I think they have improved. I don't think they have been conceding as many goals as they were. Like, look at the last 5 games, guys. Leverkusen have only conceded 3 goals. They've only conceded 4 goals in the last 5 games. That is phenomenal. That is amazing. That is absolutely superb. So it's gonna be very interesting, man. I want Alonso to do it. Yeah, Xabi Alonso, man. The match. I don't think Roma will win away. Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult, guys. I don't think Roma is gonna win away either. You know, so it's gonna be very, very interesting to see what happens there. So let me go and do a quick poll, guys. Let's do a quick poll here, guys. Roma versus Leverkusen, guys. Okay, so let's do a quick poll, guys. So I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to do the poll, guys. And so we have 2 votes in, man. So we got 3 votes in. We got Roma 1 win. Okay, so 2 votes for Roma, 2 votes for a draw. No one's back in Leverkusen, man. That's actually surprising, I would say. Um, um, yeah. Okay. Mourinho has to win it, man. Yeah, Mourinho, man. Mourinho, man. For me, guys, personally speaking, I want one of Roma or Leverkusen to win the Europa League. That's my personal preference. So whichever team wins this, I want them to win the final. Balkan Warrior says, I absolutely think Roma can win. Early goal, and then Jose parks the bus. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I could also see that. You know, Roma just like score 1-0, park that bus, and then make it to the final. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised. So, but they're going to be very defensive, guys. They're going to be very defensive in this game. I would imagine so. Mass Channel says Roma draw in extra time. Rough prediction. Yeah, obviously you're backing Xabi Alonso, of course. Poi says I voted draw, and Shakir Essen says what are your top 5 managers for this year, guys? Till now, this is a very difficult question, man, Shakir. Let's go look at this, guys. Let's look at the top managers this season. I think for me, you have to put Spalletti. What he's done with Napoli has been phenomenal. The second manager I'll put is, I guess Pep. I guess have to put Pep Guardiola. He's been successful in Manchester this season. Then for me, I'll put Jose Mourinho for Roma if he wins the Europa League. You know, so I'm not gonna put Roma. I'm not gonna put Mourinho just in yet until he wins it. So he is like on the short list. He's in the short list, but not in my top 5 just yet because he has to win it for me. Like if he doesn't win the Europa League, I'm sorry, he's not in the top 5 for me. Any other managers come to mind? I've really, really been impressed with, I guess maybe Inzaghi. Yeah, I'll put Inzaghi. For what Inter has done in the Champions League. Yeah, I'll put him in there. You could also put Pioli as well. I'll put Inzaghi personally. And then I'm thinking who else? Mikel Arteta is a good shout. That's a great shout. You know, he's making this Arsenal team to compete for the Premier League title. That's a great shout. So how many managers I've been listed? So Inzaghi, Arteta, Pep. Who else did I mention? Spalletti. So that's 4 coaches there. And the last coach I'm gonna put. Who's the last coach I'm gonna put? I might put. Dang it, this is tough. I don't know what to put. maybe the Basel coach. I don't remember. I don't know his name at the top of my head. Let me see if I can look it up. Let's go look it up. Actually, I don't remember his name at the top of my head. So Basel coach. So it's actually Alexander. No. Who is the Basel coach actually? Wait, do they not have a coach? Hold up. Okay, Hiko Vogel, guys. That I'll put him in the top 5 because Basel have done this crazy, guys. Like they possibly could be in the Conference League final. So where is he from? Actually, I'm actually keen to see this. Hiko Vogel. He is actually from. Wow, he's actually German. Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting there. Okay, guys. Now let's talk about the other game, guys. The other Europa League semifinal, guys. The other one we have here. Sevilla versus Juventus, guys. Guys, I'll be real with you guys. This is very difficult for Juventus. Juventus have put themselves in a very bad position. And I said this on my preview, guys. That if Juventus didn't win the first leg, I would say they wouldn't make the final. Now, do I still stand by that? I still believe Sevilla, because the thing is Sevilla is very good at home, guys. Sevilla have not conceded a home goal, guys. Sevilla at the Ramon Sanchez they have been amazing. Sevilla are a very good team at home. They're a very good team at home, guys. And my thing with Sevilla is that this is a team that is well disciplined, well drilled, and say what you will. Yusuf En-Nesyri is carrying this team. Like I said, guys, Yusuf En-Nesyri is so important to this team. Without En-Nesyri, I don't think they make it this far. And I just look at Juventus, man, how lethargic they were in the first leg. Like, they didn't really create, after Sevilla scored, they didn't really create any high-quality chances, and they somehow got that equalizer against the run and play, And I just think that for me, man, I just think Sevilla, I just think Juventus is going to really struggle in this game. I just think they are going to struggle in this game with them, trying to get the lead, obviously trying to win it. It's going to be very difficult for them to, do it. I just don't see how Juventus is going to do this, man. I just feel like for me, Sevilla, they just know this competition very well. They're Europa League heritage as well. And Juventus haven't been great to watch. They've been so bad. They have been so bad to watch. I haven't been impressed. They've been results merchant, guys. They haven't been playing great at all. So, yeah, I think Sevilla might be the favorites, man. I think Sevilla might be the favorites to advance here. So, yeah. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat. So most of you guys believe Roma's gonna win. Okay, let me do the next poll now. Sevilla, Juve. So Sevilla win, Juventus win. Okay. So which team do you guys have in advancing to the final? Arteta first for me. Okay, Simone Inzaghi's killing the cups. All the great coaches are from Italy. Another draw on penalties. Allegri's doing so bad. Juve still has a great individual, but don't understand how they're doing so bad. I like Vlahovic a lot, but he doesn't fit with Allegri's play style. And I was also really surprised with Allegri there. Like, why did he take Vlahovic off? Why did he take Di Maria off? I understand he brought on Pogba, but I understand Pogba got that assist. Like, I still can't believe Pogba got that assist. Oh my God, guys. You know what we can say, guys? If Pogba scores if that's like the winning goal for Juventus, like imagine that would be crazy, guys. That would be insane. But like I said, guys, Sevilla for me, you have everything what it takes. You have the second leg at home. You got to draw away, even though you probably should have won the first leg. And now you just have to win this game. You just have to win this game. You just have to win this game and advance to the final, guys, at your own stadium. Ramon Sanchez, man. Oh man. Simber said Juventus are on good away. AD. Yeah, I know. Juventus is not great. I don't see how Juventus. I think it's gonna be very difficult for Juventus to advance. Difficult. I just think it's gonna be very difficult. Balkan Warrior said thoughts on your new Juventus jersey. I believe I already saw it. It wasn't great. I don't think I really enjoyed it much. I didn't particularly enjoy, I believe. So yeah, man. Very, very interesting there. So not very good there. Okay. So let's see what else are you guys saying. Oh, you're still live? I thought you finished after UCL. Now I wanted to discuss the Europe. I wanted to discuss the second leg as well briefly. Like we'll do like for maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, not that much. Circus said, "What's your favorite team from Italy?" I always said Atalanta. Atalanta was my favorite team when I started watching football. But right now it's probably Napoli. Probably Napoli right now, just because of how fun they are to watch. They are a very fun team to watch. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. But yeah, for me it was originally Atalanta. Atalanta was my favorite team. Maybe I might get back to watching Atalanta guys because they were so fun to watch. I really loved watching that team. They were amazing to watch, guys. Fun team to watch. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite team per se, but if you force me to choose, I would probably pick Napoli right now, probably. Mass Channel says, Allegri dinosaur. Wow. Okay, man. Okay. So Simber says, so 80 preseason in the States again for Barcelona and Real Madrid thoughts. I'll make a video on that, Simber. Don't worry. I'll probably make a video probably around the evening, maybe early tomorrow. So I'll speak about more of that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. Barca's playing the preseason. We got some big games, man. We're gonna be playing Arsenal. We're gonna be playing against Milan, Real Madrid, Juventus. I'm really excited for the Arsenal game. I'm actually really excited for the Arsenal game because, guys, believe it or not, I actually kind of like Arsenal. Kind of like this club. I like how fun they are. Their attack is fun to watch. They can always be a club that can give you they're always a team that can give you like they can be so fun to watch and also so fun to laugh at. They're just that kind of club. So I just have that little soft spot for them. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. It's gonna be interesting, man. Oh my god. So I wish we could play Man United in preseason. I wish we could play, but it is what it is. Sebastian says, I might come back for Fiorentina and Basel. All right. Okay, anyways, I think we spent enough time on this one. We're going to go to the Conference League real quickly, like I said, guys. So we're going to still go to the, dang, Juventus got injuries. Brammer, Kyle Jorge, Siglio, Susa Nianzu, Marcal, Joao Jordan, Jesus Corona. Okay, let's go to the Conference League now, guys. Conference League time. So hopefully the Conference League is here. Yep, it is. Okay, we're gonna do this for maybe like 10 minutes at most. I need to get going soon. So UCL. Okay, so let's start with the first game. We got AZ Alkmaar versus West Ham. Yeah, I mean West Ham, man, they should be advancing. They should be advancing, but you never know, man. This West Ham, this AZ Alkmaar team have what it takes. They're playing at home for the second leg. That's going to be crucial. I just think it's going to be very interesting to see how AZ Alkmaar do in that midfield. And for West Ham in particular, will they be clinical with the chances? Because we see this West Ham team played really well. Like, they played really well the first leg, guys. It's just they weren't clinical with their chances, right? That's the thing, So I just think for West Ham in particular, man, players like Mikel Antonio, Paqueta, then obviously Brun Rama, and for AZ Alkmaar, man, Pavel Elise needs to get into the game. I'm looking at Pavel Elise, and then I'm looking at that goal, because for me the thing is with AZ Alkmaar, as good as they were controlling the midfield, they were not able to create those chances, and that's what that matters, guys. That if you don't create chances, you're not going to win the game. It's as simple as that. So I just think that for me, man, will AZ Alkmaar do it? So for West Ham, man, let's see who they're playing on the weekend. I believe they're playing against Brentford. That's gonna be a big game. Now, although they've already, in my opinion, they've already survived. Like they basically have Leeds and then Leicester. So maybe if they can pick up, because the thing is, guys, they're in a great position. 37 points, minus 12 goal difference. But it's gonna be very tight, guys. It's gonna be very, very tight to see what happens, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be very interesting. So AZ Alkmaar, man, the home field advantage, they need to take advantage of that. Take advantage of that in particular. So let's go to the Conference League here. So yeah, as you can see, Carlson's very, very important to this team. Very, very important. He's their left winger, brings so much attacking pace to the team. He needs to play. I think he's injured, guys. I think he's injured. And Kirkies, I think, is available. Arsenal can win the UCL if they get Mbappe. Mbappe's never joined Arsenal. I'm saying this right now, guys. And Arsenal, they're not going to win the Champions League anytime soon. They're not going to win the Champions League anytime soon. Like, then at the earliest I can see Arsenal win the Champions League is probably like 2020, probably the late end of this decade. I'll just say probably like 2027 onwards. Maybe it's 26. I don't see them winning next year or the season after, It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. Check out Sensei. Is there still a plan going on for the Super League? Yeah, I think the plan is still gonna happen. I think the Super League is still in concepts. And are you supporting this concept? Well, and we're gonna be here rapid. This is gonna take a long time check here, so I'm gonna give a very short answer here. For me, the thing is, I'm okay with the. For me, I just don't like how the clubs qualify for it. Like, I don't really particularly like the league kind of style. I like a knockout style. Like, I love knockout stage football, guys. I love knockout stage. I think it's a brilliant idea. You know, I just don't like the league style kind of thing because, like, we might as well play like the domestic leagues. You know, like I said, though, I'm not the most informed, and to be honest, I haven't really looked into this a very long time, so I have to do some research again. But yeah, I mean, I just don't really, I just don't really, I'm not really a huge fan for it. To be honest with you guys, but like I said, guys, the new Champions League format is very similar to the Super League in some way. So, like I said, guys, the Super League will happen, guys. I think the Super League will happen at some point. It's just a matter of when rather than if, in my personal opinion. I'm not. I fancy AZ if Kirkens and Carlson has played 20 at least. All right. Okay, now let's go to the last one, guys. Last one we have here, guys. Last one here, guys. Fiorentina Basel. I still cannot believe Basel keep doing this, man. I still cannot believe this, guys. Like, I don't know what's up with this club. This club just knows how to get these results. Like, Fiorentina, man, this was disappointing from them. Like, they should have not done this. And the fact that Basel did this is incredible, man. And you got to give credit to Basel, man. You have to give credit to them because they were in this game. They defended well. They just couldn't create those attacking chances. And if they were more clinical, this could have been a different game. Because remember, guys, they scored an early goal. It was disallowed due to being offside. So for Basel, man, can they have that attack momentum? You know? So like I said, man, Fiorentina, man, they just got too comfortable. I think they got too comfortable and was like, you know what? We'll just see out the game. You know, we're 1-0 up. Who cares? You know? And I think that they were too complacent. And I think that complacency hurt it. They destroyed Fiorentina. Well, guys, maybe this is a blessing for Fiorentina. Maybe now Fiorentina is going to be like, okay, you know what? The second leg is away, but we still have the quality what it takes. You know, and you still have the quality what it takes. The superior team. Yes, the home field advantage isn't there, right? And so for Fiorentina, man, maybe this is a better position. Maybe they're going to be coming to this game now they're not complacent. They're going to put everything what it takes. They're not going to, mess around and, think that this is over. They're losing this game right now. They're losing on aggregate. So maybe that could actually play into Fiorentina's hands. Because as good as Basel have done, guys, we have seen Basel get the wins at the second leg. We haven't seen Basel be in a position where they won the first leg. I believe all the games they have progressed, they've advanced, they've never won the first leg. And so I'm really keen to see how Basel do in this kind of position because this is kind of unfamiliar territory. They've always been able to win the second leg at home, So how is that going to be playing? Will that actually hurt Basel at the end? So I mean, it's very, very interesting, guys. It's very, very interesting to see how it pans out, guys. So I don't know how Basel will approach this, guys. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me that Basel, this is a very interesting position to be in? Because I actually could play in Fiorentina's hands. Because like I said, Fiorentina is not going to be messing around. They're going to be playing with the strongest team. They're going to put all the chances. And yeah, like I said, man, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens, man. So what are you guys saying in the chat, man? What are you guys saying in the chat? Let me do a poll, actually. I did a poll already. So most of you guys still believe Fiorentina is going to win. Most of you guys still believe they should. And like I said, Fiorentina should be winning this. Like, can you write up Basel, man? You just cannot write up this Basel team because, like I said, they have proven it time and time again. They are going to defy the odds. So, yeah, man, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here, man. So, like I said, guys, so, yeah, man, like I said, most of you guys would believe Fiorentina should win. And like I said, Fiorentina should be winning this, guys. They should be winning this with the quality players they have. Shakira says, as a football lover, I can see your passion for football from Miles. You're doing great. You're a small channel, but I'm sure you'll do great. Keep it up. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate your kind support, man. Like I said, guys, it's not easy, man. Taking the time out of my daily life, doing this. Me working out during the summer, then me enjoying my time and everything. Like, there's a lot, man. It's a huge, man. Football is huge, man. Like, and I'm not one of those people that just like the big games. I I love football so much. I watch probably more football. I probably watch more football than the average person probably would. And like I said, man, I just love it, man. I just love it, And I love the conference league. I think it's a great idea. We've seen these kind of stories like Basel, Bodo Glimt, last season, Feyenoord, like that's the beauty with this competition. Like it's made it very interesting. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. So like I said, man, I do appreciate you guys' support. We've been here for almost nearly 90 minutes. I think I have to go get some rest. I exhausted myself. I spoke enough on this stream. And yeah, I think I did a comprehensive preview. I think I did a good preview of all 6 games, all 6 European semifinals. So we'll be here next week, guys. So on Wednesday, we'll be doing our reaction to the semifinals of the Champions League. And then that Thursday, we'll be doing the Conference League and Europa League. So I'm going to see you guys then. I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. It really does mean a lot. Remember, guys, to like the stream if you haven't already done so. And hit that subscribe button, guys, to get notified. And also turn on notifications bell to get notified. Make sure you guys also check out my other platforms listed in the description below. And yeah, like I said, guys, remember, guys, to like and subscribe. Check out my other platforms in the description below. And yeah, hit the notification bell to be notified. And yeah, like I said, guys, I'll see you guys later. So the next stream I'm going to be doing is on Sunday, guys. The next stream will be on Sunday. And we'll do a match reaction for Barca Espanyol. And hopefully we can celebrate Barcelona winning La Liga. Hopefully we can celebrate, guys. There's gonna be a match reaction anyway if Barca doesn't win. But I will go live for that match reaction. So I hope I can see you guys then, man. Really doesn't mean a lot. And like I said, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And once again, man, thank you, Balkan Warrior, for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you, man. Thank you.